Sarah Matatia, Graduate Talent Manager at WSP. We value our people and our reputation, and that includes ensuring you have a streamlined and fair hiring process. The first step in our application process is to complete our online application. You need to have a PDF copy of your CV and academic transcripts to upload along with it. Following the close of applications, our talent acquisition team will do a first review, and then our hiring managers will review candidates to select those to move to interview. Should you be selected to interview, you will also be invited to one of our drop-in sessions. You will be invited to an office nearby to meet a few of our people, see our culture firsthand, and ask questions to our current graduates and managers in a relaxed environment. Interviews will be held a week or two after the drop-in sessions. Interviews will be virtual, and you will be provided with more information to help you prepare. We will be in touch following interviews on the outcome of your application. If you are offered, we will confirm the offer details and ensure pre-employment checks have been completed, and then present you with a formal offer. At WSP, we create what matters for future generations, so highlight to us how your education and passion will help us in this purpose. Your application should demonstrate where your interests lie. At WSP, we have many opportunities, but we want to be sure the right managers are reviewing your application. Providing information in your application on where you see yourself fitting into WSP will help us allocate your application to the best reviewers. This likely means you need to do thorough research on WSP before applying, so give yourself time to understand our business and where you see yourself fitting in. If you are looking for a broader generalist role, I highly recommend considering our regional offices where you'll get a large variety in your work. Another tip is to highlight your education details. As your application is for an inter-talent role, your education information is very important. Be sure to clearly outline your education information on your CV, including your university, degree, any majors, when you started the qualification, as well as when you expect to complete your studies. If you include an outline of this information in a personal summary, be sure to still have it as an education section in your CV that's easy to find and understand. Firstly, have patience. We receive a large number of applications each year, so it does take some time for us to move candidates to next steps. We will endeavor to keep you updated each step of the way, so keep an eye out for emails and calls from us. Secondly, come prepared at each stage. I recommend continuing to research and learn about WSP throughout the application process. Initially, you will want to learn where you see yourself fitting in. As you progress and know which sector and team you will be interviewing with, research more about that group and the type of projects they work on. Finally, dress to impress. Whether meeting with us virtually, in person, or both, your appearance will reflect your personal brand and impact the impression you make at WSP. Professional and tidy attire is recommended, and you're welcome to incorporate cultural attire as well. Bring questions of your own to ask. You may want to learn more about the day-to-day of the role, the career opportunities available at WSP, how you'll be supported in the early stages of your career, or more. Have a few questions, especially as they relate specifically to WSP, prepared to ask during your interview, as this is a great opportunity to learn and reiterates your interest in joining WSP. Our interviews include behavioral-based questions which ask you to speak about your past experience. Questions like, tell me about a time, or share about an experience when, to determine qualities such as collaboration or resilience. 3 tips for behavioral-based questions include: 1. Brainstorm examples you can speak about during the interview that will help answer different questions on qualities being assessed, like collaboration or resilience. Having a few examples in mind that speak to different qualities will help you with answering these questions meaningfully. 2. Use the STAR model for answering questions. STAR stands for situation, task, action, and result. I also like to add the silent R, reflection, which takes your response to the next level. For example, the question may be about communication, so my response could be, I was part of a group project and we had one team member who did not respond to our planning communication or complete their tasks early in the project. I took on the responsibility to reach out to them directly to understand why they hadn't done so. First action I took was to call them and to check in on what was happening and why they had not responded or done their task. It turns out they had a few exams on and had missed our group emails. So I then explained to them what needed to be done and the timeline, and then I checked in with them over the next few days. The outcome was a success. After we spoke, they were engaged and did their part. And as a group, we had a great result for our project. Looking back, I think the steps I took worked really well, and I learned the importance of first understanding why someone may not be doing something before moving into asking them to get the work done. 3. As you may have noticed in the example previously, I use the word I rather than we to explain my role. Our interviewers want to learn about you, so focus on responses of yourself, even when speaking about group scenarios. These are just a few key tips. If you are selected to interview, you will be provided with additional tips prior to your interview.